was walking on the street, I saw 3 brands of cake: Holyland, PED-Love, and Rosa cake. I immediately thought of 3 concepts in economic: PED, XED, and YED. PED refers to the measure of the responsiveness of the quantity of a good demanded to change in its price. And the graph below shows the equation of PED. In today's class, we only talk about 2 frequently encountered cases. The first one is price inelastic demand. Let's first randomly choose one point and get it as Q1, P1. If the price increases, the quantity demanded would decrease. However, the percentage change in quantity demanded is smaller than the percentage change in price. In this case, it is inelastic, and so PED is smaller than 1. The second case is price elastic demand, also as shown in the graph. We also randomly get one point and get it as Q1, P1. If the price increases, leading to the decrease in quantity demanded. However, in this case, the percentage change in quantity demanded is larger than the percentage change in price. Then, PED is greater than 1, and so it is elastic. When demand is elastic, an increase in price causes a fall in total revenue. When demand is inelastic, an increase in price causes an increase in total revenue. There are some determinants. The first one is substitutes, just like the Holyland, PED-Love, and Rosa cake. The more the substitutes, the greater the value of the PED. The second is about the necessity and luxury. For example, vinegar is a necessity while Tiffany is luxury. More luxury the good is, more elastic it is. Before the explanation of the second concept, I would like to show a part of interview to get the basic understanding. If you want to buy the bread for tomorrow's breakfast, which one would you choose between the cheaper PED-Love or Holyland? Assume that the bread is same in 2 shops. Maybe PED-Love. We then could back to our class. The second concept is XED, cross-price elastic of demand, referring to the measure of the responsiveness of demand for one good to change in the price of another good. Below shows the formula of XED, representing the percentage change in quantity demanded of good X over percentage change in price of good Y. There are 2 different situations of the diagram. The first situation is when the goods are substitutes like PED-Love and Holyland, shown in the graph. The point of equilibrium is at first the intersection of demand curve and supply curve. The price of Holyland increases, the demand of Holyland will decrease, leading to more demand of PED-Love. The curve then shifts to the right as D'. If the price of Holyland decreases, the demand of Holyland would increase, leading to the less demand of PED-Love. The curve then shifts to left as D'2. We then could make the conclusion that the demand of one good increases as the price of the substitutes increase. The demand of one good decreases as the price of substitutes decrease. The second situation is when goods are complements, just like the ping pong ball and ping pong bat. Also as shown in the graph. If the price of ping pong bat increases, the demand of ping pong bat would decrease, leading to the decreased demand of ping pong ball. If the price of ping pong bat decreased, the demand of ping pong bat would increase, leading to the increasing demand of a ping pong ball. We then could make the conclusion that the demand of one good increased as the price of complement good decreased. The demand of one good decreased as the price of a complement good increased. The value of XED could show whether the goods are complements or substitutes. If the value is greater than 0, 2 goods are substitutes. If the value is smaller than 0, 2 goods are complement goods. The value of XED could also show the relationship between the complement goods and the substitutes goods. The greater the absolute value is, the closer relationship they are. The third concept is YED, income elasticity of demand, referring to the measure of the responsiveness of demand to changes in income and involves demand curve shift. This is the formula of YED, representing the percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in income. This is a graph showing YED, and there are three situations in the graph. The first is when YED is smaller than 0, a negative income elasticity of demand, indicating the good is inferior, which means the demand for the good and income move in opposite directions. The second situation is when YED is greater than 0 but smaller than 1, representing the goods are necessities. If a good has a YED that is positive but less than 1, it has income inelastic demand. A percentage increase in income produces a smaller percentage increase in quantity demanded. And the third situation is when YED is greater than 1, referring to luxury goods. If a good has an YED that is greater than 1, it has income elastic demand. A percentage increase in income produces a large percentage increase in quantity demanded. To prove the idea presented in the graph, I did a small research. I asked my friends a question: what would you do if your income increases? And here are the results. According to the research, we could find that people are less likely to choose inferior goods or necessities like the salt. They prefer choosing the luxuries like bags, shoes, and clothes. Finally, when it comes to the evaluation part. For PED, it is an efficient tool to help the firm to determine whether they should increase the price or decrease the price. For XED, it could determine the price of substitutes produced in one firm as well as the substitutes produced in different firms. For YED, especially when YED is smaller than 1, the goods are inferior goods. The inferior here is relatively subjective for the firms and consumers to determine. For example, some people think Chushin yogurt is inferior while others do not. For some people, they think that Coach is inferior goods, while others think that Coach is luxury good. In this case, it is hard to find the true value of YED. This is all for today's class. Thanks for listening.